Well, Mohammad Heidarzadeh is the Secretary General of the International Tsunami Commission and joins us live now. Mohammad, thank you very much indeed for your time. Clearly, the two earthquakes happening in such quick succession have made the situation so much worse and more difficult for authorities trying to deal with the recovery effort. How unusual is it to have two quakes of the magnitude Turkey and Syria suffered from in such quick succession?
Absolutely, this is a very unique situation, and I would say this earthquake was the worst inland earthquake that we remember in modern times. We have actually lots of large earthquakes, but many of them actually happening offshore, in the middle of the ocean. They have actually very little harm, but this magnitude 7.8 earthquake just inland in the middle of a very large city is very unusual, I would say. We had the magnitude 9 earthquake in Japan in 2011, but the earthquake actually was 100 kilometers away from the coastal area. And most of the damage actually was made by the tsunami, not from the earthquake, because the earthquake epicenter was very far from the coast. We had a magnitude 8.4 earthquake in Chile in 2015. The damage was very little because the epicenter was very offshore, very long distance from the coastal area. So this is absolutely very unusual, having such a large magnitude earthquake, 7.8, just in the middle of the. So we are, as you see, in the response from many scientists, seismologists all over the world in the past few days, many of us actually are very much surprised.
Yeah, and Turkey's disaster management agency, AFAD, has said that some 600 to 700 aftershocks have been recorded since those two earthquakes. Presumably, there are more to come. I mean, how dangerous are the aftershocks? Can they have an effect on some of those buildings that are still standing?
Just for comparison, after the Japan earthquake in 2011, we had the aftershocks over 2 years, just for comparison. That was absolutely a very large earthquake. And for this earthquake, just for information of your viewers, I would say that we expect earthquake aftershocks happening over maybe next 6 months, maybe next 12 months. So absolutely, it's very dangerous to say in damaged building. Please have some experts or government authorities and experts to see your buildings. If you have some damage in your buildings, please make sure you talk to some experts and stay away, because these aftershocks, they can be anything. As you see, the first major aftershocks was almost equal, right? It was 7.5, still one of the largest earthquakes that we had ever recorded. So the answer is very dangerous. If you have some damage in your buildings, I'm talking to the viewers, please make sure you talk to some experts and stay away from your damaged building if your building, your home, sustains some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And no doubt there's a psychological impact of aftershocks to those who've been affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria as well. How about prior warning for people to try and minimize the loss of life? Clearly, the first earthquake took place in the middle of the night, so a very difficult situation for many people, completely unexpected, and they were asleep. But is it possible to better predict earthquakes? Can authorities get warning signs, or are they completely unprepared for these things?
Of course, we have lots of progress in the past 100 years for earthquake prediction. The short answer, we can't really say when and where exactly the next earthquake is going to happen, but we can say that we have relatively risk, large or less small risk of the earthquakes. For example, for the case of here, we knew already that the area is a triple junction. Triple junction means the place that three tectonic plates, they meet each other, the Anatolian plate, the African plate, the Eurasian plates. So we have some knowledge. I mean, in various places in the world, we have the knowledge that some places are more dangerous seismically We can't tell exactly when the next earthquake is going to happen, but this is actually part of our job, the government job, that for these areas that they have more risk, for example, a triple junction like this area of the epicenter of this earthquake, we need to reach out the local people in terms of the construction, in terms of the preparedness, in terms of the uh, 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 paying better attention to the building codes for the supervision of the building construction. That's a very big challenge, not only here, but also many other places in the world. Just 2 weeks ago, we had another large earthquake in just a neighboring country in Iran, and we had lots of damage there. It's a continuous efforts for all of us. I mean, yourselves in the media, ourselves as scientists and the government, to give this information to the local people to help them in terms of um, um, safeguarding their lives and their properties.
Mohammad, fascinating to get your thoughts. Mohammad Heidarzadeh, they're joining us from Bath here in the UK. Thank you.